Getting your first university allowance? Don't make the mistake of spending it all in the first week. Hello Victors, welcome back to another University Tips with Tevin. In today's video, I'll share with you 10 budgeting tips that you should know as a university student. Let's get into it. The first tip is know exactly how much money you have. Ensure that you write your total allowance, either book allowance or living allowance, before you spend a single bula or rent. This is very important because it will help you keep in mind how much money you have before you can spend it. The second tip is create a simple monthly budget. Make sure that you separate your money for food, transport, airtime or data or Wi-Fi subscription, printing and emergencies. This will help you to keep track of how much money you are spending and whether you have any leakages in your budget. Make sure that you put every single bula down to the single tab so that you know. It doesn't matter whether it's a pie, if you are buying a pie, the sweets, snacks, make sure that you put it in the monthly budget. Tip number 3 is avoid eating takeaways every day. Let's start off with if you are an off-camp student. Ensure that every month, if you are living alone or you are sharing a house, you and your roommate buy a combo and then make sure that you cook your meals. At least if you eat out, maybe you are busy at school, at least eat twice a week. Don't eat outside every day when you have food at home. Also, ensure that you and your roommate have a clear cooking schedule to avoid any overspending. This will save you a lot of money. If you are an on-camp student, I know it can be very difficult because you are not allowed to cook on camp. But the best thing you can do is make sure that you supplement your diet by buying things like noodles, instant porridge, or just cereal. The best thing you can do is to make sure that you have monthly food subscriptions. If you know that you are not disciplined, this will help you ensure that you have a constant food supply throughout the month. But if you are disciplined and you can use your money wisely, you can just make sure that you buy meals maybe 3 to 4 times a week and supplement with fat cakes or bread so that you do not end up being broke in the middle of the month. Because takeaways are expensive, also they can cause health complications. If you are eating takeaways, ensure that you avoid junk and eat the ones with a lot of vegetables. Let's continue with the budgeting tips that you should know as a university student. Tip number 4 is that don't spend your money trying to impress people. Remember that university isn't a fashion show or a reality show. Don't spend your money trying to impress people or based on your looks or your latest gadget that you have. You will end up being broke. And those people you are trying to impress won't even care or help you when you are broke. So use your money wisely to buy the essential instead of impressing people. Tip number 5, track every expense. There are so many budgeting apps online, either on iStore or on Play Store. Just search budgeting apps on those platforms so that you can track every expense. Don't take this lightly. Before spending your money, make sure that you use a budgeting app. Or if you are somebody who likes to write things down, you can just use a notebook that you will be dedicating just for budgeting. Tip number 6, buy essentials before luxuries. Things like food, stationery, and toiletries should come first before impulse purchases. I know you've been always wanting to have your money to buy the phone that you've been wanted, to buy that shoe that you always wanted, but make sure that you buy the essentials first before buying that iPhone or that expensive shoe. You can buy the latest phone or wear the latest brand, but still end up being broke towards month end, and then you end up begging people and eating instant porridge or noodles only throughout the month. So choose wisely. Essentials over luxuries. Tip number 7, have an emergency fund. Ensure that you put aside a small amount each month so that it can help you when there are emergencies. There's a saying that save your money so that it can save you in the future. This will help you to avoid borrowing and then ending up in endless debt. So ensure that you have the discipline to keep your money aside. If you can't do it yourself, go to your nearest favorite bank and ask them about their savings account and how they go. And after you open it, ensure that you always do a follow-up. I once made a mistake of opening a savings account And then I thought the bank was doing a stop order. But when I wanted the money after 6 months, they told me that the bank was not getting the money. I blame myself for that because I should have always did a follow-up and check whether my money was going instead of just spending it. Let's get into the 8th tip. Avoid borrowing unless it's truly necessary. Borrowing for one's entertainment or luxuries can create a lot of unnecessary stress later. You'll end up being in a vicious cycle of endless debt because loan sharks normally charge very high interest rates for students. So avoid that. Debt is not good. If you can't afford it, don't spend on it. Maybe let's say you want a luxury or an iPhone. You can start saving for it now, maybe on your first semester, and then maybe 2 semesters later or 4 semesters later, you can buy your iPhone. Don't be in a rush to buy things which you can't afford, guys, to avoid being broke. The last but not last tip is take advantage of student discounts. If you're going to a shop or an entertainment center, always ask if they don't have student discounts. You'll be surprised. This can help you also save a lot of money. For example, the gym at the University of Botswana has discounted prices for students. The last tip is tip number 10. Remember why you are at university. Your allowance is there to support your education. It is not there to help you live a luxurious life or live like an influencer and then finish in the first week. Like we already said, ensure that you prioritize your education. Things like transport, printing, food. Imagine wearing your favorite brand and using the latest phone while you are hungry in class and you can't concentrate. This will affect your education at the end of the day. So choose wisely. Don't overspend. Don't spend more than you can afford. Also, don't use your allowance to impress people. And the best tip is to make sure that you do your budget a week before your allowance report to ensure that you plan with a clear mind without excitement. Okay, Victors, we have come to the end of our university tips video. What's the best budgeting tip that you ever received as a student? Share it in the comment section to help another student. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so that you are notified when I post my future videos. Also, follow me on my other social platforms, Tevin. In my next video, I'll be sharing 10 mistakes university students make and how to avoid them. If you watch this video to the end, remember to stay focused, study smart, you will graduate. Peace.